Hi everyone, welcome to Rock Bottom with Rhoda and Dan. I'm Dan.
And I'm Rhoda.
All right, this week here in Michigan, this is our primary. Normally, primaries on a
Off of your, not presidential election.
is not a big deal. It's not a huge deal. A lot of times.
Yeah.
It is a big deal this year. A huge deal.
And not only in Michigan, it's a big deal
All over.
all over. Yes, yes.
We have we've worked the polls for quite a while. The election polls, and
Yes.
but we and I have said, and I worked the last gubernatorial as well, and I told everybody that worked there then, I said, you watch, this is going to be huge. And it was huge. Every election now, whether it be presidential or midterm,
right.
they have been huge ever since Donald J. Trump.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing as far as that.
I think it is.
The more people that go out to vote, the better off we are.
Right.
But this year is going to be a huge deal in Michigan. On the governor's side, Jocelyn Benson will be taking on Chris Swanson.
Jocelyn's our Secretary of State right now.
Right, and
Yeah,
Chris
correct.
Swanson is a sheriff in Genesee County. So they will be battling it out.
For the Democratic nomination.
Right, and then Perry Johnson and John James.
Right. Will
for
be
the-
big for the Republican nomination.
Benson so far is edging Swanson, but that's in the latest polls. We'll see what happens.
Right.
And John James, ahead of Johnson. Not by as wide a margin as over on the other side, but we'll see what happens. But
Right.
the big one that everyone is watching, and I mean everyone in Washington, anyways,
Right.
is watching the Senate race because we have a seat coming up vacated by the retired
Gary Peters.
Gary Peters. Yes.
A Republican hasn't won the the Senate race in Michigan since 1994. It's
I can
always
believe
had with
that. Yeah, it's been a long time.
So this time, though, this is the only state this year that's a swing state, and we voted for Biden in 2020 by a margin of 2.8%. And we voted for Trump by a margin of 1.4% in 2024. So we're wondering what's going to happen this time. Is it going to go Republican or it's going to go Democrat? And it's a little scary because that was the latest one where the president that we voted for was Republican, was just 2 years ago. So yeah, and the two people who are running for the Republican one is all set. It's going to be Mike Cox. No, I'm sorry. Is it Mike?
No,
I'm sorry, Mike Rogers.
Mike Rogers.
Mike Rogers.
Right.
So he's already set. He's known for being a former special agent for the FBI. He was in the House Intelligence Committee chair. He has his campaign on border security, which is a big thing, and community safety. And he's been endorsed by Donald Trump. He is very much...
right there.
Yeah.
You got your endorsement from
the President of the United States. Yeah. He wants to get rid of high interest rates, which Trump really hasn't had much luck with lately, so I don't know how he expects to be able to do anything about that. Some of the things that he wants to do, spending cuts, and he's for tariffs, which is lovely for us because we're in a automobile making.
And so he's all for tariffs.
And we do a lot of things with Canada, so of course we want to make it more expensive for us because we're getting parts from Canada that are going to have tariffs on them. But I don't know I don't know how that works.
And quite frankly, neither is he, I'm sure. So.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, Mike.
Apparently, he's purchased a place in Florida, though. So I guess it'll be bi-coastal. No, that's not really right. But the Michigan coast and the Florida coast, they're a lot alike, and we probably have a lot of things in common.
Yeah. He's got a place in Florida now.
Yeah, apparently.
Cool.
Apparently.
Right by Mar-a-Lago.
You makes you wonder. But anyway, so that's who he is. The Democrat side, though, we're going to have the primary.
Yeah.
And when we're going to release this show on the day of the morning of the primary, so of course we don't know who won and how things are going. So hopefully we'll know by that night.
If we were tech savvy, we would do a live one.
We couldn't because we're working the polls and they wouldn't let us do that. I'm pretty sure.
No, probably not.
Yeah, so that wouldn't be allowed. Anyway.
And I'm not tech savvy.
Yeah. Both candidates, I think, are good candidates. Both are very different, though. Haley, she is a U.S. representative. She represents Michigan in the 11. She has since 2019. She was part of Obama's auto task force. That was back in 2009. So it's been a while. She's got a lot of commercials out with her talking about how, Obama bragging her up. So she did know him. He did know her name. He hasn't endorsed her, but I don't think he hasn't endorsed anybody. So that's not a big thing. Abdul, he's a former Ware County Health Director and a 2018 gubernatorial candidate. He lost against Gretchen Whitmore in her second run for governor. Gretchen is being termed out, so she can't run again.
She's term limits.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway.
There, I got that slide up.
Oh, you do have that up there. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me get that up here too. So Haley, she's pretty much establishment, I would say.
Okay.
She has been endorsed by the major party in Michigan. I mean, she's been endorsed by Whitmore. She's Whitmore, and Gary Peters has the exiting senator. Chuck Schumer, she's been endorsed by. So she's, I don't know, would you say old school type? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's
more
old school. I mean, right down the middle.
Yeah, right down the middle, moderate. Yeah. She flipped a GOP district. It was GOP before she came along, so she did do that. So she has a proven record of flipping something.
Yeah.
This doesn't need flipping, but still. Michigan 11, it looks like it's around Pontiac, Farmington Hills, so around the Detroit area. Not Detroit itself, but right there.
Wow. And that was a Republican at one time?
Apparently so, yes.
Well, Farmington Hills is what, as I'm looking at it. I can see
Royal
Farmington.
Oak, yeah.
Yeah, I can see
that would be that, yeah. Anyway, Debbie Stabenow, Nancy Pelosi, Jim Claiborne, Dana Nessel, she's our Attorney General from Michigan. So all those people have endorsed her.
Right. But again, all of those, and this is nothing against them. All right?
No.
This is nothing against them, but they're all very moderate, right down the middle. They aren't. She isn't going to shake, rattle, or roll.
Yeah. I personally, I'm kind of tired. I want things to be shaken up. When Biden was elected, it was great, but I thought things would happen. I thought there'd be a lot more committee meetings. I thought there'd be a lot more talking about the like January 6th and things like that, and there wasn't.
No.
It wasn't until almost everything was over, this term was over with, that they actually started doing things. They had a special counsel working on things and stuff.
Oh.
And
Trump or Biden had nothing to do with that.
I know that.
I mean, he wasn't the one that really got that ball rolling for that.
Right.
I mean, I think he wanted to just say, all right, let bygones be bygones.
Right. I think it was Congress, the Senate. They just didn't. They wanted to go back to business as usual. Well, you can't go back to business as usual. Things that were too chaotic during Trump's first term. You can't. You have to either go forward in a different direction, or at least clean up what had happened. And they didn't do any of that. I don't think.
Right.
So, and this is just me. This is my personal opinion. I don't want to go back to, okay, now we're all buddies and and I can work with both sides and that type of thing, because there is something. They aren't getting anything done except what Trump tells them to do. They aren't acting as a check and balance anymore. None of them are, and especially the Senate.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't want them to go and just business as usual. I just don't. Gary Peters is getting better. I've loved some of his committee meetings lately.
Right.
He has been keeping people's feet to the fire, and I've appreciated that.
Yeah, but where was that?
Yeah, I just, and maybe he just didn't have a chance to shine because they haven't been in charge, or they haven't been the side that was. I mean, he didn't have to put Biden's people to the feet to the fire. Or I don't know, but I just would have liked more of a.
Well, I would, for the longest time, Trump, I mean, his first 4 years was hell.
Yeah.
And now he's a year and a half into this term, and it's atrocious.
He's completely unbridled. He has
nobody
stopping him. Nobody's talking. Nobody's saying no to him. He's doing things that the $1.8 billion slush fund, not having to be responsible for any tax return he ever handed in. Just his sons are being part of businesses that sell things to the government. He's made almost $2 billion in just in less than 2 years.
I am so fed up with the corruption of this administration, and I am so fed up with the House and the Senate not doing their damn jobs.
Right.
So no, I don't want business as normal.
No.
If obviously the Republicans are doing nothing. All right, vote them out.
Yeah.
But as far as with the Democrats, if they're not doing anything, vote them out too, and let's get this thing going.
Right. Let's get people that are willing to do something, are willing to shake things up, are willing to.
And although I'm not giving any endorsements. Not that it matters. Okay.
No.
Not that it matters.
No.
But
like I said, both of them.
I am so tired of mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
I am so tired of down the middle. It hasn't worked.
No.
It hasn't worked. So why not? Let's try this. And if that doesn't work, try again next time.
Right.
But I'm tired of down the middle.
Okay. So Abdul Sayed. I'm probably screwing up his name now. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. He's a former Wayne County Health Director, 2018 gubernatorial candidate. I think I already said that. He's progressive. He's aligning himself with the Democratic Socialist. He says he's a capitalist, though, and I don't know. Some of these things that the Democratic Socialists came up with, they're not a party. For one thing, they're not a party. They don't have a uniform platform all across the United States. They're separate groups. They all have their own things. Some of them are very passionate about certain things, and some of them are just, okay, I I can see good in some of the things that you want to do. So, so that doesn't necessarily mean he's one of these people that want to get rid of borders or that type of thing. He rejects corporate PAC money, and he advocates for health care and climate reform.
Okay.
All right, and he's been endorsed by Senator Bernie Sanders, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, UAW, and the AFT, both are unions here in Michigan. So that's pretty good.
That's pretty
I
good.
mean, for Michigan, yeah, being endorsed by the unions is a pretty good thing. And of course, Bernie Sanders and AOC are firebrands, and I kind of want that.
Like I said, I'm getting tired of Main Street down the middle. Let's not piss anybody off. Let's not rock the boat. Let's not rock the boat. When somebody comes up with a plan, and Abdul is not the first one to come up with Medicare for all.
Right, he wants Medicare for all. Haley Stevens wants to expand Medicare, but I'm tired with tinkering around the edges.
Yeah.
I would just as soon let's try. There are places that have universal health care that love it, absolutely love it. It can be done. Just because it's hard doesn't mean it's impossible.
Well, I believe, and I don't know this, but there are countries, as you said, that have it. Canada is one of them.
Right.
And I've mentioned before on this crazy little thing called podcast. Anyways, that if you were to listen to our government, specifically the right side of this, they would tell you that people in Canada hate their healthcare system, and they have to wait so long to get in to see anybody, and blah 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 blah. Well, the fact is, Canadians love it.
Yeah. And we have to wait to see somebody, especially if you live in a rural area. Oh my God, yes, you have to wait. You have to, and specialists are not around here. You have to go to places where they're at, and you are usually going to be the last person in line. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes. And the thing is, let's not forget, most of us, we're on Social Security, okay?
Right, and we're getting government sponsored.
They take our
Medicaid.
insurance out of our paychecks every month, okay? So we're paying part of our premiums. Let's not forget our deductible.
Right.
And our
what do you
when we go get
our
service.
copay.
Yeah, we got copay, our deductible, and we're paying insurance.
Right.
Okay? So what the hell are we paying insurance for? Because I'm not complaining, we don't pay as much as some people do.
Right.
All right? We have some insurances here that is absolutely trash. What we have is very good, and our deductibles and our copay aren't all that high. But what I'm saying is that if we're paying for part of our insurance, and in some cases, if you're working, your employer may pay half,
right?
But you're going to pay half, depending on what the policy is that you have. My God, you're still paying out the wazoo, not counting prescriptions.
Exactly.
And
a lot of times you don't get dental or eye care either, and those are important, especially dental. That can lead to very serious health things. So anyway, that's my pet peeve.
But if you want to really know what Canada thinks of their healthcare system, ask them.
Right.
Don't listen to our goofball people.
Right.
That are probably throwing this back at you because they're probably taking a kickback from the insurance companies.
Well, the thing is, the government can handle it just as well as an insurance company can. Trust me, I'm not really a big fan of insurance companies, but now I lost my train of thought. We were going to.
But they can handle. I mean, they know.
Yeah.
I mean, the government can take.
Yeah, it's and as far as paying, people say, "Oh, our taxes are going to go way up." Our tax. you realize that your taxes going up a little bit is going to take the place of what you're paying for insurance.
Yeah.
You realize that, right? I mean, it's not as if you're not getting something by your taxes
Still
going
gonna
up.
be-
Isn't it going to be nice paying taxes knowing it's going to something that's going to help you, not anybody else? You.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
Like, yeah, it's the same. That's another thing with Haley Stevens, and we're not endorsing anybody. This is our opinion.
Take it
We're
for
full
what
of
it's
it.
worth.
Don't. And yeah, our opinion means absolutely nothing, which is what you're paying for this. So
Absolutely. Our
Anyway,
opinion is worth about as much as you're paying for
right,
this, so.
exactly. Anyway, she does get a lot of support from APAC, which is an American Israel Political Action Committee, and they pretty much support everything that Bibi Netanyahu does in Israel. So they support all this wars. They support bombing people. And I know Israel was attacked first. I get that. I just think they're overdoing it. And we're spending billions and billions of dollars to support Israel for everything they do. We don't put. They can do whatever they want to with the money we gave them. There's no chains on it at all.
Right.
It's like whatever you feel best, you go ahead and do it. I personally think they should have a little thing saying don't bomb people with kids. Don't bomb. Don't starve people out. Don't bulldoze their houses. We're not going to pay for that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. So that's my thing. But Abdul al-Sayed instead, he says, why are we giving them that much money? I mean, that's a lot of money. That's billions and billions of dollars.
Absolutely.
And yet you're cutting our SNAP benefits. You're cutting that. You're saying we can't afford to pay this stuff. We can't afford this anymore. We can't afford to support starving children anymore. That's just not how that we're too poor to do that. Here's $1 billion, baby. Do with it what you want. I don't understand that. I don't understand that either. I think that it should be.
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't understand. Oh, here's whatever Trump was going to give for the Jan 6th
Oh
rioters.
yeah. Oh, the 1.8 million. Yes.
We don't have money for helping people, which is exactly what the government is supposed to do.
Yeah, that's what it's there for.
That's what it's there for, is to help people.
Yeah.
But no, it's this goon wants what
1.776, yeah, because
billion.
Yes.
With a B.
Yes.
To pay these people that were wronged during the January 6th.
Yeah. And he won't give that up. That's something we'll have to talk about later. But
and
yes.
he's not going to give it up.
No.
So we've got people over on, let's say, this side, that want to keep lowering and lowering your taxes, watering down whatever benefits people are getting from it, so they can, give $1.8 billion to the president.
Yeah.
And out of that, he's going to give it away to the victims. Plus, on a little side note, a little sidebar, for that, he'll never be audited again.
Right. Well, for his past, supposedly just for what he's done in the past. I don't know if that means everything he's done in the last 2 years, where, but anyway.
But that's where we're at.
Yeah.
People don't want to pay taxes because they don't want to help people, but the people that need it.
Yeah.
But they have no problems paying their taxes to make the rich richer. That's bullshit.
Yeah. There was never anything called a billionaire back in the day. I mean, there might have been one in the last 100 years before we got into the age of it's me, and we're allowed to keep as much money as we want, and nobody has to pay taxes. If you're rich, you don't have to pay taxes because why? I don't know.
Right.
It was supposed to be because you can make your job generator, but nowadays the billionaires are the people that are into AI, which is not a job creator. Unless you're going to be a janitor and to clean up after them.
Oh, heavens no! That's a job eater.
Yes, and and for the benefit of having them in our neighborhood, we get to pay lots and lots and lots in electricity. But anyway, so some of the things that, like I said, Haley wants to expand current Medicare,
Right.
which would be great. It would be great. If
That's
that's all
fine.
we can get, that's great. I would like more, but if that's all we can get, that's fine. Abdul wants to have Medicare for all, which I think would be wonderful. But like I said, it would make things so much easier too. You don't have to deal with all these insurance companies and anyway.
Yeah. Oh, trust me.
Yeah. Haley wants to focus on the big three because we're in Michigan.
Yep.
She's a Michigan senator, and the traditional auto industry. And Abdul wants us to get into other things because, frankly, we're probably going to have robots and stuff doing things for the automobile industry.
That's closer than you would think.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that. I was thinking, because some of the things he wants to do is beekeeping, winemaking, artisan leather, that type of thing. And it's all something that, would have to be human involved, be there and be on the thing. I guess with car design, I have a feeling that Tesla is probably designed by a machine, because really, could a human really design that kind of I don't know. The Tesla trucks, they just, we have a bunch of them around here, and
They're just about as ugly as they come, aren't they?
yeah, to me, they just don't look finished. They look like something somebody would, like somebody that had no talent would carve out of a wood block. I don't know, but anyway, but I could see where maybe that could things that are artistic, things like that you would have to have a human involved. But anyway, so those are their two visions. Yeah, like I said, she supports military aid to Israel. He supports calling for completely getting rid of it all.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could compromise and give it to him, but say this is what you can use it for and nothing else. Use it for defense. We don't want you to go out and start
Right.
bombing other people. Anyway, I don't want them to go out and start, like I said, in my opinion. For immigration, Haley's for reforming ICE, and Abdullah's for getting rid of ICE. I'm for getting rid of ICE. So
I'm up for that.
I am. But I guess either one I could live with. I'm a Democrat. I'm going to support whoever wins.
Oh,
I'm just
sure.
saying, yeah.
Oh,
But
sure.
and I'll.
I could live with either, but
Yeah. Yeah. ICE is. It's not as if ICE has always been there, and we've always never even thought about ICE until the last 2 years.
Yeah.
It was established in 2003, and it was part of Homeland Security.
Yeah.
And at that time, it was to protect us against what happened on 9/11.
9/11.
I don't think that the people that they're after right now are terrorists.
No. No.
They say they are, but I don't believe that. So
George W. Bush's administration
yeah,
came up with ICE at a time when we needed it.
yep.
Uh,
And now, with all the recruitment that they've done over the last year or so, they're getting anybody. The guy that killed somebody in Maine, he had restraining orders against him. He had his guns taken away from him, and they make him an ICE agent, and he goes and kills somebody. That makes you wonder
now,
what
do we
they
know
all
that
are.
for a
All
fact?
these
Do
new
we-
people
Do we know
are.
that for a fact, or is that just alleged?
That
That he had restraining orders and his guns were taken away?
It's public record. I
is
would
it?
assume that.
Okay.
I'll check it for
No,
sure.
well,
But
you
but
No, but I think it's absolutely absurd that Joe Blow could go get a job with ICE, because we need all the people we can possibly get, because there's so many illegals in this country that.
Yeah.
But
It's just kind of.
I don't know.
Yeah. He had restraining orders and he had a court order to surrender his firearms. So those are public records. So yeah.
Yeah. And so what did we do?
Oh, let's hire him.
Let's hire him.
Give him a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, why check on that stuff? He said he took an oath. I mean, you're going to go to hell if you swear to God that you're telling the truth and you don't and you lie. So, what worse thing could they do to him? So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I would like to see ICE abolished.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
I don't think you can take it apart and make it better.
No.
I think we've got way too many
Yeah.
Of the wrong people in there right now.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can get it any
But you have people that that look at the two of them and say, well, okay, he seems out there. He's just really out there, and we don't want to, blow everything up and start all over again. We're gonna fix what's out there. Now that's a nice thing to have, and I had that for years. I admit, for years I thought we'll just fix what we have. There's no sense.
Yeah.
No sense blowing things up and starting all over again. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying blow things up, but I am saying tear it down and put it back together right. Because I think there's some things that weren't put together right, and it just needs to be.
I think we are at the point that Bernie Sanders wasn't all wrong.
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders said for years that we needed universal health care. Mm-hmm. We do need universal health care because I'll tell you this. I think because of the way the health system is going right now, I think that it has the capabilities, not necessarily, and I've said this before, we are fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the next generation that's not fine. My kids, my grandkids, they could very easily bankrupt because of a stupid health issue.
Yeah.
That's not right. Not in the richest, country. I don't have a problem with free education.
No.
All right. I think, let's put some restraints on it or whatever the case may be. I think there's countries out there that said, all right, you want to go into X job, you can have free education, but you have to, let's say you go into teaching.
Right.
You have to work in that profession.
For X number of years.
Absolutely.
Or you have to work in a rural area. If you're a doctor, we'll send you someplace that needs doctors, and we'll rotate it.
Yeah.
So your first few years, you're going to be in this rural area, and then move on. That was the thing I was thinking about before with the drops, with the cuts in like Medicare and Medicaid, that type of thing. There are a lot of rural hospitals that are going under.
Oh, sure.
Right now. I mean.
Oh.
Just,
because of Medicaid.
Right.
Medicaid especially.
Yeah.
They want to drop.
And if you don't have people that can afford Obamacare, which that's going up too, the premium's going up on that too. And this area, they can't pay their hospital bills. You can't pay your hospital bills. The hospital doesn't exist anymore because you just don't have enough. So
watch what happens because of the big beautiful bill.
Uh-huh.
All right, because the effects of that have not started.
Yeah, that probably won't.
Soon.
Some of them aren't going to do it until December after election. So keep that in mind when you're making your big changes. When you're thinking, well, everything's fine so far. It's not going to be that way forever.
Wait.
Yes.
Because none of that stuff has taken effect.
No. Well, some of it has, but not. SNAP is this month or last month, July. It took effect. Some of it, but yeah, it's not pretty. I mean, for years I lived in a house that had a basement that I hardly ever used. So if something would break, I'd say, well, I'll put it in the basement, and then someday I'll get around to fixing it. I'll take it to get fixed someday. I just moved to my house last year, or this year actually. Yeah, you don't want to do that because sooner or later you're going to have to clean out that basement.
Yeah.
And because it's not going to get fixed. They're just going to lay there and get dust and dirty and stuff, and you're just going to have to throw it away someday. So don't just let it go. Don't just tick around the edges. Don't just put it down in the basement and we'll work on it later. Because it does not work.
It never
Trust me,
it
does
never
not
does.
work.
Yep. It's a temporary fix,
Yeah.
but not a real one.
Right. Well, anyway, the person they're running against, Mike Rogers, like I said, very MAGA. So the choice is going to be very, very clear. Whoever wins the Democratic primary against Mike Rogers, he thinks everything's fine under Donald Trump. So some of the things like Medicare and Medicaid, fixing that's not in his lexicon. Yeah, just all he's going to be interested in is making things so the rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer. And you can read it in his agenda.
That's what she
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what you did.
Yeah, just he wants. Yeah, they want to cut all the federal spending cuts, which sounds wonderful, until you realize what they're cutting. They're cutting things that we use. It's not cutting things
Absolutely.
yeah, and taxes for the rich. So everything.
Keep cutting your taxes,
Yeah.
people. Keep cutting your taxes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty soon, you aren't going to have anything left. You still need roads. You still need the police. You still need the fire department. Yada, 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 yada. The list will go on and on.
Oh, there's a man running for Congress in Minnesota. He's a firefighter. They got this grant in Minnesota saying, okay, they can prepare for fires.
Mhm.
They had the grant, had the money. It got withheld from them. Because they wanted to look at it further to make sure that, I don't know if you know this or not, but Minnesota's forest is on fire. Not saying it might not have happened, but they would have been prepared for it at least. Better prepared for it than they are.
Next week's show, we will talk about Minnesota because their primary is a week from now.
Yes.
And on the ballot is Mike Lindell.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Pillow.
Yes, Mr. Pillow.
My
Yes.
Pillow.
Yes.
Dude is running for governor. All right. So we'll talk about that because we're running long.
Yeah.
But, so that's the Michigan primary.
Right.
Started. Well, when you see this,
It'll be starting that day, and hopefully our next show will have what happened. Well, no, we'll probably do another one in between that, but no, one of our next few shows, we will discuss the results of the Michigan primary.
Yep.
Yes.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
We have a coming up. We will be talking about the cesspool, better known as the reflecting pool.
Yeah, and that case where of the vandal that didn't happen, vandalism that didn't happen, the vandal that never existed. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about James Comey. Hopefully he'll have some kind of answer and his his request for them to drop the charges against him because they're ridiculous. It's more technical than that, but basically that's what he wants to do. I can't think of what else we have, but we had other stuff that's just totally absurd and ridiculous, but it is happening and it is real. So.
And it's coming up.
And it's coming up on our next show.
Thanks
And
for watching.
make sure to like us.
Right.
Make sure to give us a comment if you like. If we like the comment, or even if we don't, if we have something to reply to, we will. Anything else? Yeah, maybe we will. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. If you take the time to talk to us, we'll talk to you.
Yes.
No, that's all I got.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone.